Okay, so my screen is visible to you, correct? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay, so as you can see here, like what is Citrix? Just forget about the Citrix. Do you have any idea what is virtualization?
Yeah, virtualization means, as per my knowledge, it reduces the, I mean, physical hardware. If we can buy one hardware, and in that one hardware, we can deploy multiple operating system, and also we can, with the help of the software, we can, I mean, we can deploy multiple virtual machines. So they basically this is the virtualization.
Okay, and why do we require virtualization?
Requirement means, first of all, it cost effective,
Mm-hmm.
and we can reduce space,
Mm-hmm.
and security level also increased. These are the some basic, I mean,
Okay,
yeah,
so
basic advantages.
on the whole, with the help of virtualization, we can utilize 100% of hardware resources. Correct. This is a
Right, right,
first
right.
benefit, and second benefit is it is cost effective for sure. Correct. And
Yes, yes.
with the help of virtualization, we can easily create our private data center or public data center, whatever is the requirement as per the organization need. We can do that. Correct. We can host all
Right,
the virtual machines at single place. Correct.
right, right.
So I hope my screen is clearly visible to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Clearly
so
visible.
coming to the basic definition of Citrix, as you can see on the screen, actually Citrix Systems is a company and its headquarters is located in US, Florida. Okay, and basically earlier it was known as Citrix Gen App and Gen Desktop. Now they guys rename it to Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktop. Okay, so please do not get confused whenever you heard about like Gen App and Gen Desktop. It is the same thing. They guys just rename that name to Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktop 7. Okay,
Okay, okay, okay.
so this is the basic definition, and basically Citrix has two core product, which is virtual apps and desktop, earlier known as Gen App and Gen Desktop, and both are the most popular products. And with the help of those products, we will be able to virtualize like desktop and applications to end users. Like we can easily publish application and desktop to end user with the help of Citrix Gen App and Gen Desktop. Okay.
Okay.
So coming to the technical overview. So basically now, as I told you, things are changed to Citrix virtual apps and desktop. So please remember that name. But for your information, um, that was the formal name. Like, if you have some senior guys in your organization who is still working on Citrix, they guys still use JANAP and Jan Desktop. Correct. But now name has been changed to Citrix virtual apps and desktop. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, with the help of Citrix virtual app and desktop, what we can do, what it allow end users to run application and desktop independently on the devices, whatever devices user have. Even users can access the office resources on their personal laptop or desktop, whatever they have. Correct? Any doubt?
No, no, no.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'm getting one call on my mobile. I'm putting
Okay,
you on
okay,
mute. Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah, hi, I'm back. So, first thing is clear to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so as you can see, with the help of Citrix virtual app and apps and desktop, system administrator can easily manage the network and the controls, correct? Two end user
Right.
devices, like we can manually configure the policies as per our requirement. And third line, as I already told you, we can manage all the system hosted on a single data center. It could be a public, private, or hybrid, correct?
Right.
So do you have any idea what are the types of data centers and what is public data center, like private data center and hybrid data center?
Uh, Actually, I'm not much idea about the. I have a basic idea regarding the,
Hmm.
yeah, public data center. I guess like Amazon, Google Cloud. These are the
Correct,
platforms they
correct.
can
So,
provide.
listen, public data centers are the open data centers. Like anyone can, buy the virtual machines from those
Yes.
service
Yes.
providers, and like even you can take virtual machines from Google Cloud or AWS. Correct. So those
Right. Right.
kind of data centers are public data center. What are the private data centers? Just suppose as you are working in IT industry, for IT sector, data is everything. Correct.
Right. Right.
So they guys are like IT companies never opt for the public data center. They will create their own data center at their location and it is called as private data center. Correct?
Right.
And only employees of the organization or the clients only have access to private data centers. Correct.
Right.
And what is the hybrid? Hybrid is a combination of public and private both. Correct. Just suppose you
Okay.
want to host any like critical application, and in that way what you will do, you will host that particular application on your private data center, but you have something like open desktop you have to host like Windows 10 or Windows 7 or whatever it is. Okay, so in those scenarios, what companies will do, companies will host those kind of data centers on public domain. Correct. So it is a kind of combination. As per the requirement, we can utilize like what to be hosted on at private side and what to be hosted at public side. Okay,
Okay.
any doubt in that?
Can you please give me an example like a hybrid data center so that relate to it?
Okay, so listen, just suppose you are working for MNC, correct? And
Okay.
you have few products, like just suppose you have any payment gateway, correct? So
Okay.
you cannot host that payment gateway on public domain, correct?
Yes.
So you have to host that particular thing on your private data center, correct? But just suppose if you have to host any open URL, correct, like byodo dot blah blah.com or whatever it is, correct? So those
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
URLs will be hosted at public domain because nothing critical data are hosted over there. Okay, so
Okay. Means both they are maintaining both private and public, right?
correct.
Okay.
The reason is that because public data centers are cost effective, correct, but private
Right.
data centers are bulky. You have to, companies
Expensive.
have to spend lots of money to procure
Okay.
the servers and to create the infra, correct.
Maintain. Yes. Yes.
And on other hands, on public data center, what you have to do, you have to just pay for the runtime, whatever the runtime of that virtual machine, correct. It could be a
Right. Right.
10 rupees per hour or 20 rupees per hour, something like that, correct. in
Okay. Oh, yeah.
in that case, you do not have to buy any hardware, correct.
Right.
So because multiple organizations are using those kind of terminology, correct. For secure things,
Right.
they use their private data center, but for open URLs, they always prefer to use uh,
Public.
public one, correct.
Right. Right.
So coming to the working and key components of Citrix, so I'm not sure how much idea do you have for Citrix infra. So as you can see on your screen, this is the infra that we will be going to create on physical hardware. Okay, so
Okay.
we have few core components, like first one is the end user device. For sure, you can consider
Okay.
this as end user laptop, correct. So in this
Right.
particular laptop, one application will be installed and we called it as a Citrix workspace application. Okay, and this
Okay.
application is responsible to create a secure connection between end user device to our hypervisor or our cloud service, correct? Whatever the
Right, right.
virtual machines or servers we will host in our hypervisors, it will create a secure connection. Okay, so this is the end user devices from your left hand
Okay,
side. Okay, and in between we have one firewall. We called it as a Citrix gateway. Okay,
okay,
so this is a firewall. We have some multiple ports which we will open in our firewall, that I will let you know. Okay, and
okay,
from the right side of the firewall, the entire thing is your private data center. Okay,
okay,
so in the private data center we have to configure multiple things like delivery controller, storefront server, Citrix Studio, Citrix Director, license server, SQL server is a database server, and we must have one Active Directory server for authentication perspective. And
yes,
now after that we must have some hypervisor, correct?
right,
And on those hypervisors we will host the entire servers, applications, desktop, whatever is the requirement, we will host each and everything on those hypervisors. Okay,
okay,
so basically coming to the thing, like just suppose this is the end user device. Okay, and we have given we have given user one URL, correct? URL could be anything. Okay, so
okay,
what user will do, user will open any web browser in his or her laptop. Okay, and on that web browser user will type the URL. After typing the URL, it will go to the firewall for security check. After that it will hit the storefront server. So on the storefront server, user will be asked to enter the credentials, like whatever the username or password or the token, user must have to enter those things. Okay, once storefront receive those kind of information, then it will forward the information to delivery controller. Okay, and what delivery controller will do, delivery controller forward that particular information to Active Directory server for authentication purpose, like whether the credentials are valid or not. Okay, so if
okay,
credentials found valid, then again that particular request goes to our hypervisor. Okay, or our licensing server, both at the same time. And if credentials found valid, after that whatever the virtual machine or application is published to end user, all those application will be visible to user at storefront
storefront,
URL. Okay,
you are,
and after that
yes,
user just have to double click on those applications and user will continue to their work. Okay, any doubt in that infra?
no,
So please
no,
do not get confused. I will cover each and everything in individual session, like what is storefront, what is studio, what is director, what is license server, delivery controller, SQL server. You might have some knowledge, and I'm pretty sure you have some idea for
yes,
Active
yes,
Directory server as well. Okay.
yes, yeah, I know. Actually, I just want to know, is there any difference between Citrix workspace and Citrix receiver?
Citrix Workspace is the updated version of Citrix Receiver. Okay,
Means both are same, right?
both are the client and application. Like you was using Citrix Receiver at the time of Windows 7 or Windows 8 operating system, correct? But after Windows 10, they have released a new version which we called as Citrix Workspace app. Okay,
Means in this scenario, we can use both Citrix workspace and receiver both,
both.
depending upon user end user system of
Yes,
operating system.
yes.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, okay.
Any doubt in that so far?
So far, no doubt.
Okay, if you have some doubt, we will cover up the things in practical
So yeah,
sessions. Okay.
one more thing. Is this we need to create a multiple system like for studio, for
Yes, yes,
director, for license
yes,
server,
yes,
or
yes.
okay, okay,
That I will explain uh, in next slide. So coming to the next
okay,
one. So basically, I have divided entire series into 10 sessions. Okay.
okay,
So in the first session, we are discussing the first session. It is introduction and prerequisites. Whatever the prerequisites we will require, we are discussing in this session. Okay. And from
okay,
second to 8 session, all those sessions will be practical sessions. Okay. In
Okay.
the second session, we will learn how to install and configure the delivery controllers and other core components. In third session, we will learn how to install and configure Citrix hypervisor. In the fourth one, we have to create one Gen desktop site and we have to add delivery controller to that particular site. In the fifth one, we will learn what are virtual delivery agents and how to install them. In the sixth one, we will learn how to create the machine catalog. In the seventh, we will learn how to create the delivery groups. And in the last, we will install and configure the storefront server. In the ninth session, we will test our deployment. Okay. The entire
Okay.
deployment, what data center we have created, we will test the deployment. Like what we will do, basically, we will try to access the virtual machines which we have hosted with end user computers. Okay. And
Okay. Okay.
10 sessions will be of 2 or 3 days or more, because in that session we will troubleshoot the things like the production issues, like if something goes wrong in live infra, in that case
Okay.
how to troubleshoot the things. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
do not worry about each and everything. Just suppose if you like delivery controller, we will cover in second session. In the third, we will cover Citrix hypervisor with each and everything, like whatever the definition and core things. I will cover each and every components in separate sessions. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any doubt?
No, as per no doubt. As per no, no doubt.
Coming to the hardware and software requirements, like what we will require to create the data center. Okay. So
Okay.
basically the hardware requirements which you must have one CPU with i5 8th generation or higher. So I will recommend the i7 if you have, but if you have high i5 with at least of 8th generation, it will be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to the memory, so the RAM, we need at least 32 GB of RAM to create the entire infra with a smooth functionality. Okay.
Okay.
Coming to the storage requirement, so minimum storage requirement will be 500 GB, but I will recommend the SSD, because
Okay.
traditional mechanical drives are uh, too slow. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming to the software requirement, so what we will require one laptop or desktop with Windows 10 operating system. Okay. And in that particular laptop, we will install VMware Workstation Pro. Current version is 16, but whatever version you have, yeah, it will be okay for me.
Okay.
And we need to download some ISO files to create the entire infra. Like as you can see, we need Windows Server 2019, Windows 10 ISO, Citrix. So what you can do, you can download those ISO files from Microsoft official website like Windows Server and Windows 10. And I will share the link for those files like Citrix Hypervisor and Citrix Virtual Apps and Desktop. Okay.
Yeah, actually, I have a Windows Server 2019 ISO and Windows 10 ISO both. So you can share me Citrix hypervisor and virtual apps and desktop ISO.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay.
So this is the test lab that we will going to create. Like we need, as you can see, 6 virtual machines at least. So first one will be our domain controller, and in this particular domain controller, what you have to do, you have to configure few roles like ADDS, DSCP and DNS. Okay. So is there any issue for you to configure domain controller?
No, so I know the how to configure DC, DNS, DSCP like
Okay,
that
okay,
stuff.
okay. And what I did, I have allocated 2 GB of RAM to the domain controller, because we do not require much things from domain controller. We just need Active Directory and DSCP scope, correct? So 2 GB
Right.
RAM will be fine, and that is my domain. In your case, domain may be different. Okay.
Okay, no issue.
So this is your basic task. Like you have to create one virtual machines and you have to configure promote that virtual machine to domain controller, correct?
Right.
And the second one will be DDC. So let me rename it to like wait for me. It should be DDC only in your case, because we are not going to create multiple. DDC server. So where we was. Okay, so second machine will be DDC, that is that will be our delivery controller. Okay, and so what you have to do, you have to just configure one machine as on Windows Server operating system, and you have to allocate 6 GB of RAM for that machine, and you have to change the host name to DDC and just join that machine into your domain. Okay, rest of the things I will cover. Okay,
Okay.
I hope you have understood what I told.
Yes, yes, I know. I
Okay.
understood. I understood.
You just have to create one machine with Windows Server operating system,
DDC means delivery controller.
delivery controller. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So you just have to create one virtual machine with Windows Server operating system. You have to change the host name to DDC. You have to allocate 6 GB of RAM for this virtual machine, and you have to join that virtual machine into domain, whatever domain you have. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So the fourth and fifth machines will be our hypervisors like Gen Server 01 or Gen Server 02. The memory I have allocated for 10 GB for each machine. You do not have, you have nothing to do with those machines. I will let you know how to configure those machines, how to install the hypervisor on VMware Workstation in live sessions only. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So second and third, third and fourth one is not for you right now. I will help you out in live session. So okay, how to create those.
Okay.
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 Coming to the client machines like Windows 10 client 01 and 02, which is CL01 and 02. So what you have to do, you have to create two virtual machines with Windows 10 operating system. Okay. And you can
Hmm.
change host name to Win10CL-01 or 02, and you have to join those machines into the domain Active Directory server. Got it?
Okay.
So your basic task will be you have to create only those four machines. Correct? Two machines
Right.
with Windows Server 2019. One machine you can promote as a domain controller. Second machine you have to just join into the domain. And same you have to do with that Win10
Client
client zero
machine.
one and 02. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And leave those machines for me only. Okay. I will take care of Gen Server 01 and Gen Server 02. Okay. So
Okay.
that will be our test lab. Okay. So
Okay.
to create the entire infra, how much memory will be required? Like 10 plus 10, 20, 20, then 26, 28, and 30, 30. Okay, this is 32 GB. Okay. So 32
Yeah.
GB memory will be required. Okay. To create the private data center. Got it? So
So yeah. Yes. Tell me.
what actually we are trying, we will create one private data center for our testing purpose. Got it? For our testing
Okay.
and for our learning purpose. Okay.
Okay.
So any doubt in that?
No, actually, previously you told when in PowerPoint session you show me the like delivery controller directory, multiple systems are there, but in this case only delivery controller system is there. So we install all those stuff in the same system?
Look, as you are the student or a newcomer, okay, so in test lab, what we will prepare, we we have to configure multiple things in delivery controller, and in production we always recommend to use a separate server for each core component. But in our personal lab or test lab, what we will do, we will configure each and every core component on DDC only. Okay.
Okay.
because
So yeah, yeah.
we cannot afford that much of hardware resources. If you have, it
Yes.
is pretty good, but if you don't have, then we have to manage somehow. Okay.
Okay. So how is it possible to, install the separate things in its different systems? Like, is this the same ISO file
Yeah,
or what?
it will be a same ISO file. Okay. So what we have to
Okay.
do, let me show you one thing if I have that right away. Okay, so coming to the my screen is visible to you,
Yes, yes, I can.
and are you getting those key components on your screen?
This third one, right?
No, I'm not sure what you're getting on your screen.
Currently, I'm getting a PowerPoint screen like
Okay.
Citrix. What is Citrix and how it works like this.
Okay, now it is visible to you.
Yes, yes, key components.
Okay, so basically, if we talk about the Citrix, on the delivery controller, what we will do, we will configure Citrix Studio, Director, License Server, SQL Server, all those things we will configure on single machine. Okay, which will be our DDC. Got it?
Okay.
So in that way, we will be able to manage things smoothly. So coming to the what is database, what is storefront server, I have all those documents with me. I will share a separate PDF file with you after the
Okay.
practicals, not before the practicals. Okay, because I do not want any confusion for you because theoretical part is quite complicated if we compare that to practicals. Okay, so once
Okay. Okay.
practicals will be over, after that I will share the entire documentation for you because after the practicals you will be able to identify like what we did. Correct.
Right. Right.
So that is fine. So let me know how much time will be required for you to create that infra like those four machines.
Uh, Hardly 20 minutes.
Okay, so do one thing, just create that infra. And how much memory you have in your hardware?
Currently, I have 32 gig RAM memory and i5 10 generation with 500 GB SSD.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so just create that infra, okay, and ping me, and I will
Okay.
try to schedule a session by tomorrow evening if possible. Otherwise, Saturday and
Tomorrow,
Sunday will be my off.
tomorrow,
Mhm.
okay, tomorrow morning, like this time,
Not an issue because
11.
Saturday, yeah, Saturday, Sunday is my weekly off, so I will be available entire day. Okay. Just ping
Okay.
me
So,
whenever you will be available in the afternoon or in the
actually,
morning. Okay.
yeah, actually, from next week onwards, my office will be opened. So I need to
Hmm.
go to office from Friday. Actually, I have a Sunday and Monday off. I have
Hmm.
2 days off. I also.
Okay.
So from Friday onwards, I need to go office
So in the night shift
daily.
or in the day shift?
Night shift.
So means
Seven
you will
to
be available in the afternoon, correct? Like somewhere around 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
means it's tough for me. You can understand it's a 10 hour shift and almost it's 3.5 hours, 4 hours journey took both up and down. So almost I
So
have
how far is your office from your location?
almost you can say 35 kilometers, 35 to 40 kilometers one way.
Oh,
It's too far.
okay.
This is
Okay.
the
So anyway, you just create that infra. Okay. Whenever you will
okay.
be available, just ping me, and we have to manage time in that way. Okay. We will manage. No worries. Okay.
Okay, it's till Tuesday afternoon. It will be good, and
Mm-hmm.
after onwards,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Actually, I will not go to office on Saturday. I will work from home. I will do
So
work from home on
tomorrow,
Saturday.
tomorrow you will be at office or you will be
No,
at
no, no,
your.
no. Currently, 2 days I am from doing work from home. From Tuesday onwards, I
Mhm.
mean from Tuesday, I will go to office. So
Okay,
we
means
have 3 days like Saturday, Sunday,
okay, okay,
and
got
Monday.
it, got it. So what we will do, we will try to cover major things before Tuesday. Okay.
Okay. Tuesday is also fine. Tuesday afternoon till Tuesday afternoon is also fine. From today, 4 days we have.
No issue, no issue. We will cover out the things. Okay. What we will do on
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday, we will take some long sessions. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
In that way, we will be able to like what we will do. Like as I show you, we will try to cover 2 sessions per day. Correct. Like 2, 3, 4, 5. In that way, we will be able to cover out the things in next one week hardly. Okay.
Okay, okay. So actually, I just want to know: is there any good opportunity in Citrix currently going on?
Okay. So
Because
listen,
from
listen.
COVID.
Uh, right now, I'm working as Citrix lead for one of the MNC. This session is getting recorded, so I cannot discuss
Okay,
it
okay,
over here. Okay. so I cannot, I cannot expose my organization right now.
Yeah, I
And
understood.
I,
I understood.
because those sessions will, I used to upload those sessions on YouTube, so sometimes I got multiple comments from my
Okay, no
subscribers.
issue. I
So
understood.
just after that, just call me on a separate call on my mobile, then I will,
Okay.
I have multiple opportunity, I will let you know. Okay.
Okay. In Kolkata available?
uh in Kolkata, in Bangalore, okay, or in Pune, okay. So
If you
no
have
worry,
any
no worries.
available in Kolkata, then please let me know. I will call you
Buddy,
in your
not actually
mobile.
required for Kolkata. The reason is that this is a profile you you will get work from home only till next 2025. Okay, for next 2 or 3 years, correct? So
Okay,
this
okay,
is not a profile for kind of help desk things. Okay, so you
okay,
will when wherever you will selected, like for Pune or for Bangalore or whatever the location, okay, you will get work from home only. Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, buddy, bye.
Okay, okay, bye, sir. I will create those four machines and I will ping you in WhatsApp. Okay, and
Okay.
confirm you.
Yeah, bye.
And then you can schedule me, and we can do the same class on this time, like 11 to 12 on tomorrow. Is it okay?
Yeah, it will be fine for you. No issue.
Okay, I will let you know after completing the four machines.
Okay, buddy,
And before that, you can share me those links, so I can download the hypervisor and those stuff, the ISO file also. It will be good for me also.
I will share. I will share.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay. Thank you, sir.